Hong Kong, a city that presses into your senses, the humidity in the air, the neon signs bleeding into the night, the mountains leaning quietly over the skyline that feels more cyberpunk than real. Some cities are built on land, others seem to float between centuries, empires, and identities. Hong Kong is a city in between, a city where East meets West, old meets new, and traditional Cantonese culture meets British colonialism. Chinese in spirit and British in structure. Names left behind like footprints, echoes of governors, admirals, and monarchs, have become part of the commute, the postal address, and the taxi ride. Queen's Road, Victoria Harbour, Prince Edward. Not just places, but fragments of the past stitched into the present. Things seem to move faster here. The people, the traffic, even the lights and escalators. In Hong Kong, there is a Cantonese saying that goes, "Don't rush, just be quick." Everything demands efficiency and speed, but even in this tempo, there is space for grace and some sort of unspoken choreography, if you will. In Hong Kong, luxury towers may define the skyline, but places like Kowloon and Mong Kok define the city. Here, survival is a must, and rest is a luxury. Walk a little further from the metro station, you hit the ladies' market. Probably 100 stalls in a single lane selling everything from fake designer bags, $10 traditional dresses to all sorts of phone cases and plastic toys. It's a theater of negotiation, a microcosm of smithing free market capitalism. Prices aren't fixed, and neither are the rules. But between the steel and glass, people still manage to carve out moments of freedom, like this one. And behind, the Filipino domestic workers enjoying their only day off. For the rest of the week, they clean homes, raise other people's children, and cook meals for a minimum wage. But today, you can see them on a picnic, in a prayer circle, at a karaoke session, beauty parlor, playing board games, reading, cooking, chatting, filming TikToks, or selling stuff. On this day, cardboard becomes furniture, and umbrellas serve as roofs. And you realize that the city runs on invisible and underpaid labor. And no one talks about what it costs, leaving your own life behind so someone else can have theirs. But on Sundays, surrounded by women who understand without words, they can exhale, however, only for a day. In Hong Kong, life moves fast and nothing feels certain, so people find ways to hold on to whatever gives them an edge. Horse racing has been part of the city's fabric for over a century. It began in 1846 when British colonial officers built the Happy Valley racecourse, not for the locals, but for themselves. Back then, it was a sport of empire, privilege, and distance. Now, it belongs to everyone. Every Wednesday, Hong Kongers turn towards the racetrack for a small possibility that the odds might bend in their favor. Horse racing is one of the few legal forms of gambling in Hong Kong, and it's deeply rooted in the city's culture. At the track, the atmosphere is different, louder, faster, more alive. You hear cheering, groaning, radio comments, and the rustle of betting slips. It's not only about luck, it's about reading patterns, developing strategies, making calculated decisions. For some, it's about money for sure, but for others, it's the feeling that you've made a smart choice in a so unpredictable world. And for as little as 20 Hong Kong dollars, which is about $2 US, you could walk away with a win, or at least feel that you were close. Hong Kong is a place where indifference and inequality coexist. A survival of the fittest mentality prevails, and you will find 50-story apartment blocks and cage homes next to luxurious penthouses and private villas. Yet, there is also beauty and the undeniable power of human ingenuity, alongside the ability to conceive true greatness. To see that, you need to slow down, listen, and witness, because at the end of the day, a city like Hong Kong doesn't explain itself. It simply is, and that is enough.